A treaty of peace ends hostilities on the battlefield. However, there is no treaty that can wipe out the memory of an old betrayal. And when the betrayer returns, that memory can cause a deadly explosion.
See what the marshal has to say about this. Go on.
What's your problem, Dawson?
I caught him hanging around the second floor of the hotel.
That a crime?
Yeah, attempted murder. He's after James Perry, the man they sent out here from Washington.
No. We're at peace, and I would not kill any white man. Even one who treated my people so bad.
There ain't an Apache in the territory that wouldn't kill Perry on sight.
What were you doing up there, Miguel? Up on the second floor.
Nothing.
Take him over to the marshal, Jeffers. Have him locked up.
Locked up for what? I see no reason to believe he committed a crime. No gun on him, no knife.
What about his hands?
You better put those in your pockets, Dawson. You look like you're ready to kill somebody. When'd you eat last, Miguel?
Just now. Big meal.
Come on, we'll get you some dessert. Do you like telling me now what you were doing at the hotel? What about it?
What's the matter, Mike? My food gives you indigestion?
I had to meet a man on business.
What kind of business? Look, Miguel, as long as that man from Washington is in the hotel, you stay away from there, you hear me? If you have to meet somebody, you meet them somewhere else, understand? Kate? See anything the visiting dignitary yet?
Nope.
Too proud?
I had the pride knocked out of me long ago, Tom.
Then why don't you go over and see him?
No, he's a big man now. Sent out here to see how things are going with the Apache Treaty by the president himself.
But you knew him when?
When he was a dashing army captain. Tall and straight and strong. And full of the old blarney. Irresistible to women. Two of us thought so anyway. Me and him. Funny thing, I hated his hide when he went away. He left me waiting at the church. Made a fool out of me in front of the whole town. But now that he's back, and I hear tell he's not married, and I'm an old maid.
And I think it only proper that I should tell you, gentlemen, that it appears, for the moment at least, that the peace treaty with the Apache seems to be working. Now, the presence of our cavalry at Forts Lowell and Bowie and other places may just have something to do with that. However, I shall report the facts as I see them to the president. And now, gentlemen, if you'll step up and help yourselves to the refreshments, and please don't be bashful. There's plenty more where that came from. Yeah, thank you. Help yourself, sir.
Well, sir. Took a lot of nerve for you to come back here, Mr. Perry.
Nerve? Why should it take nerve, Mr. Welch?
You know, the Apaches. That time you were an Army officer, and you wiped out that meeting of tribal chiefs.
Oh, yes. We ambushed them, but that was quite a long while ago.
Yes, but they've got long memories, those Apaches. Heard just this morning where one was found hanging around outside your room.
You don't say. Well, I don't dignify the Apache by fearing him, Mr. Mr. Welch. I didn't then, and I don't now.
I wouldn't worry about Mr. Perry, Charlie. Cochise gave his word there wouldn't be any trouble for any reason.
His word. You don't really think this so-called peace will last, do you, Jeffords?
It'll last, if we do our part.
Exactly. Keep strong. Show those copper-skinned savages that will brook no nonsense. Blast them into the happy hunting grounds if they try anything.
Excuse me, Mr. Perry. I think we'd better be going now. Mighty nice to have you out here, sir.
The pleasure was all mine, Mr. Dawson.
Well, Mr. Perry, don't forget to tell the president how Tucson's growing.
I shall, sir.
Thanks for the drink. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you. Nice to see you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good night, sir.
Pleasure, sir.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Great pleasure, sir.
Thank you, Reverend.
I'm glad you found things out here to your liking, sir.
And they will remain that way if you remember this, Jeffords. Show your strength. Never give the savage an even break.
You just leave everything to me. Would you care for a cup of coffee?
Coffee? With all this good drinking liquor?
Oh, well, there's a little place across the street. I thought we
Mr.
might...
Jeffords, if it's coffee you want, coffee you shall have. You know, a politician must make the habit of making friends as often as possible.
You thinking of running for office, Mr. Perry?
Governor of my home state as soon as my constituents become familiar with my name. You know, I might just throw my hat into the presidential ring someday. After you, sir.
Coffee, a pair.
So, Thomas, you a steady customer? How are you, dear? Kate Connor, remember?
Why, Kate.
Oh, you two know each other?
Why, yes. You're looking fine, Kate.
Say, why don't you two have dinner with me here tonight as my guests?
Well, that's very kind of you, but I wanted to get started on my report for the president.
I'll fix your favorite dish, chicken Creole.
Well, you have to eat.
Yes. Yes, that's right. One does have to eat, doesn't one? All right, I'll get started on my work, and I'll meet you here at dinner, eh?
6 o'clock shot.
Right.
I won't be able to make it.
Oh!
Well, right on time.
Jeffords, I'm afraid that I'm just too swamped with work. I'm really very sorry, but I'll have to beg off.
Mr. Jeffords. You wanted a twin point. Nothing serious, but the man says he thinks you should ride out there. Right away.
Hate to disappoint Kate. Couldn't you stay, Mr. Perry? I mean, she went to the trouble of fixing a special dinner and all.
Well, well, I guess we can't disappoint a lady, can we?
Thanks. See you tomorrow.
Right.
Come on in, Jim.
Well, Kate, you look lovely.
Oh.
Thanks, Andy. You did fine.
Anytime, Mr. Jeffords.
I never would have dreamed he would ask me to marry him again. It's like somebody pushed the calendar back and I'm a girl once more.
You set the date?
When he first came in, he was a little shy. After all, it has been a long time. But then he was just like he used to be. The same old Jim. What did you say?
The wedding, when's it going to happen?
Oh, Saturday morning. We'll be married at the church here, then take the noon stage to Lordsburg and make connections for Washington. Oh, I just can't believe it.
wonderful person, Kate. You deserve to be happy. I'm glad for you.
I think it was the chicken Creole that got him. And the setting. And the perfume. Stream of love, they call this stuff. Couldn't you just die?
No wonder he proposed. By the way, what are you going to do with the restaurant?
I'll give it away.
Yes? Kate.
I brought you something, Jim.
Kate, you shouldn't be here. I mean, a woman in my room. I'm a public figure.
Nobody saw me. I came up the back way. Here. It's the wedding present I bought for you 25 years ago. You like it?
Well, I've always wanted to watch Fob like this, but you'd better go now, Kate. I'm expecting some men up here for a meeting.
Where are you going?
I'm not going anyplace.
But you're packing.
Unpacking. One of my bags was put on the wrong stage at Phoenix, and it just caught up with me. You didn't think I was running out on you again.
Oh, Jim.
Who is it?
Matt Dawson, Mr. Perry. Your stage leaves in 15 minutes. You better not miss it if you want to make those connections to Washington.
All right.
Saturday, you said. You said we were going to be married and leave for Washington Saturday.
Kate, you're a fine woman. You're loyal and attractive.
But
I thought you knew.
knew what?
Well, that I couldn't have been serious about marrying you. Why, it's been 25 years since we've seen one another. 25 years! Why, we hardly even know each other anymore. I couldn't possibly have fallen in love with you in the few hours we spent together last night.
Then why did you say we'd be married? Why did you say it?
I don't know. It was part of the atmosphere. An atmosphere that you created. Kate, be quiet. Now, look, Kate, you've got to get out. I've got to finish packing or I'll miss that stage. Now, come on. Kate, haven't you caused me enough trouble already? Now, come on.
I ought to kill you with this.
Kate, put that down.
Kill you.
Get a doctor.
The Indian.
Get a doctor. Who did this, Mr. Perry? Who shot you?
I told you, Jeff, it's that Indian. I just saw him out in back of the hotel. He jumped on his horse and rode away.
Stay with him. Charlie Walsh is getting the doctor.
I did not shoot anyone, Mr. Jeffers.
What are you doing with this gun?
I bought it from a man.
You know Apaches aren't supposed to carry pistols. Who sold it to you?
I don't know his name. He just said if I would meet him up in the hotel, he would have a gun for me. That's why I was there yesterday, looking for him.
What do you want with a gun?
Just to have.
All right, get out of here. And stay out of trouble.
Pulse is picking up. Good sign.
sounds all right. I think he's past the crisis, Jeffords.
You find out anything about who shot him?
Well, it wasn't the Indian. I know that much. Trouble is, the marshal only gave me till noon to prove it.
Which won't be easy, the way they feel about Apaches around here.
No, it won't. I'll drop in later, Doctor.
Oh, Jeffords, do me a favor, will you? Ask Matt Dawson to send up a couple of cigars when he gets the chance. He knows the brand.
What about breakfast?
This early in the morning?
Matt? Did Perry mention to you when he was checking out? Leaving for Washington?
We said Saturday, but he changed his mind. He was all set to leave yesterday, just before he was shot.
You sure about that?
I made the reservations on the Butterfield stage.
For himself, or was somebody going with him?
Well, just for himself. Why?
Send the doctor a couple of cigars when you have a chance.
All right.
Never mind. I'll take them up myself. Morning, Kate. Coffee hot?
Coffee?
Hey, there go all your profits. Here, let me. You put up the coffee.
How is Jim? Did you go over there this morning?
Doctor said he was going to live. He regained consciousness a little while ago.
Did he just say who shot him?
Well, he didn't actually see who did it. Someone outside the window, he said.
You know how he is about Indians, though. Got in his head it was Miguel. That means he hasn't got a chance.
Mike wouldn't do a thing like that, Tom.
Marshal's going out to pick him up about noon.
Hey, how's that coffee coming?
Wait a minute. Tom.
Something you want to tell me, Kate?
I don't know how I could do it. I went to his room. I had a present for him. I found him begging to leave without me. He said he never meant it when he told me we'd be married. He just wanted to put me off until he could sneak away. It was the second time, Tom. The second time. I saw his gun. Went out of my mind, I guess. Oh.
I've done the same thing myself.
Tom, will you go over to the marshal's with me? I don't want to go alone.
You want me to?
He was right, Tom. I was blind. blind to everything I didn't want to see. It was my fault, the whole thing.
I'm not so sure. This isn't the end, Kate. I know you. I know there are a lot of good times ahead of you. Once you get this thing out of the way. You want to go in?
I'll go alone. I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not afraid.
Stay with us now for more great Western action in the Big Valley. Then at 5 Eastern, Joan Blondell guest stars on Wagon Train here on CBS.